Hey guys, this time around Maggie May asks, how tough is your tough love? And this sounds like the title of an excellent Bee Gees song, but there's a little more to it than that. In the explanation around the question, Maggie points out that what we're seeing a lot on Facebook and social media and stuff like that, there's a lot of memes because of the corona thing, because of the quarantine thing. There's a lot of memes about reach out to somebody that you haven't talked to in a while, bury the hatchet, find ways to forgive and, find common ground and all of that. And that's valid. But on the other hand, there are sometimes some really good reasons why there's distance. There's sometimes really good reasons why that tough love thing really ought to kick in. There's a line there. And so it's a valid question of how much should I reach out and forgive, and how much should I remember that there needs to be some healthy boundaries there? How much should I give in to the guilt trip of the memes? All of that. There's a lot in this question, and it's really, really important, especially right now. So first of all, yes, of course, you should forgive. It's at the core of our theology. It's at the core of just being a good person. Find ways to forgive. Find ways to let go and release. Find ways to remember. Here's the basic idea. We are all just trying to figure this out. And sometimes people do dumb things to try to get a good result. They don't know any better, maybe. They didn't have all the facts. We're all just trying to figure it out. And so give people a little bit of slack. Give yourself a little bit of slack. Yes, absolutely, we should forgive. And forgiveness should be at the paramount of our reactions and interactions with other people. Absolutely, yes, 100%. However, there is a difference between being loving and forgiving on the one hand versus reinforcing toxic, abusive, yucky behavior. Right? There are some times when you're dealing with certain kinds of people that just my presence in your life, me hanging around you, calling you, sending you messages, all that stuff is validating a pretty gross way that you're treating people, right? And so sometimes the tough love thing, and obviously there's lots of places to go to look up what that means, but my take on it, the core of tough love is I love you so much that I cannot validate the terrible abusive stuff you're doing. So I'm going to have to love you from a distance. And I'm not doing it because I'm trying to punish you. I'm doing it because if I'm around you, I'm helping you perpetuate something dysfunctional. And I love you too much to feed into that. I don't want to put any fuel in that tank. You know what I mean? And secondarily, and it is secondarily, but it's there. Secondarily, I don't want to have to deal with the abuse. I'm going to have to love you from a distance because this is hurtful and I don't want to be hurt. I don't want you to be in the position of someone who's hurting. So, once again, there's a difference between seeing the best in people and forgiving and loving versus validating something incredibly dysfunctional. And I know you're aware of that. And I know you're also aware that there's a lot of people saying, a lot of memes and whatnot saying, yes, but it's Corona time, like it's some kind of a party. It's a special opportunity to do things differently. This is special. Now, let's be very careful about this. This is an opportunity to reevaluate, to reboot, and we've talked about that a lot. But here's the thing. When you talk to people who are addicts in one way or another, one of the things that addicts have in common is they look for special time. In other words, I shouldn't have another drink, but you know what? It's Friday. I shouldn't eat that entire sheet cake, but somebody graduated. This is a special time. And so one of the things that you see a lot in addict brain is looking for some excuse for this to be special time. And so this is a very dangerous thing. Here's what I want you to know about the corona thing. It's not special. This is not different. I know it seems different, but truthfully, when you think about the way that we interact with each other, the things that are important to us, the things that we do with our time, this is not other as much as it seems like it is. In fact, instead, it's more. The corona quarantine thing is not other than normal life. It's a compression of normal life. Everything's more intense. It's not different. The way that you interact with people on a normal basis is the same way you interact with them in quarantine. It's just more of that. The people you live with, you probably don't see them a lot under quote-unquote normal circumstances. Now you're stuck with them 24 hours a day. It's not an escape. It's a compression. So I want you to be very careful about this. This is not special time. This is no excuse to eat a sheet cake. And it's also no excuse to go validate something really toxic. Be more, because this is more time. So be more loving and be more forgiving. Sometimes that means saying, you know what, I love you so much that I can't participate in the thing that you're doing. You know what? When we all have a chance to heal, we'll reevaluate. When we all have a chance to look at other things, and this is a good time to start doing that, we'll start to figure out new ways to love and forgive. Yes, love is not dependent on proximity, but that's kind of the point, isn't it? One of the lessons of the corona quarantine thing is that you don't have to be in the same room with somebody to love them, right? This is a big deal. Take this opportunity to reach out, not on Facebook, not with a phone call, not in some other way. Take opportunities to reach out in your mind and in your heart. See those people who are on your mind as healing, as getting better, and decide, can I participate in your healing by being in contact with you, or can I participate in your healing by enforcing a boundary? Because that's what friends do, and that's what love does. This is an opportunity to stand up for love in any way that you can. So Maggie, thanks for your question, and everybody, thanks for the questions that come in. Keep them coming. I love hearing what you've got on your mind, and I love having this opportunity to communicate with you. As always, you can send more questions in by emailing me, by posting comments on social media, and the best way, and the thing I really love to see, is post a tweet or an Instagram picture with the hashtag AskDieter. I'll be watching for that. And as always, please, please, please take a moment to like and subscribe, and by all means, share these videos. It means a great deal. Thanks a lot. You got this.